Information technology and culture influence each other. An underlying thread in yesterday's post on persistent chat rooms is that the technology and culture influence each other. We usually tell the story that culture creates a technology because that explanation seems the most natural way to understand our history and it puts our choices at the forefront. But we also have to consider the ways in which information technology is either influences or creates culture. The technology that powered the Industrial Revolution created the industrial society. The mass production of automobiles created a culture of commuters, vacationers, and the suburbs. Radio created a culture of listeners and spawned jazz, big band, and fireside chats. Television created a culture of Hollywood, MTV, music, television videos, always on news, and reality TV shows. The internet is creating a culture that is changing so fast that I'm afraid to give examples that may be dated by the time you watch this. As much as technology is created from the fabric of our culture, technology also creates the fabric of our culture. If we follow this thread of its extension, technology creates itself. It's this awareness that technology is creating itself that makes movies like The Terminator or Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron work. That is indeed stranger than fiction. Because technologists or historians are often leading the discussions on how technology creates culture, there tends to be the sense of abstractness or extremeness to it. There's a jump from, say, cars to suburbia. Yes, I did it above. Because those extremes are helpful to see, but I believe those big jumps also make the discussion seem less personal to us. Because they're the story of large social changes that we're reacting to rather than actively reinforcing or co-creating with others. Let's take the daily personal view here. Time a notification pops up on your phone or desktops, that's technology influencing culture. Every time you are at a table with your friends and are balancing interacting with them and interacting with your phone, that's technology influencing culture. Every time you can order something from an online vendor rather than going to a local store, that's technology influencing culture. Every time you or your kids log on to have some social time with your friends rather than going over to their houses, that's technology influencing culture. Every time a teammate or your entire team is so buried under email that they cannot think straight, that's technology influencing culture. Every time you go to the new places based on its Yelp profile and reviews, that's technology influencing culture. Every time one of us sits down to consume our nightly on-demand entertainment, that's technology influencing culture. The many hundreds of small ways that technology alters our individual and collective behavior on a daily basis add up to the cultural changes that technologists and the historians point to. And of course, for each of those examples, someone's personal behavior can alter the group's behavior. It's just harder to do so because of how quickly, ubiquitously, and unconsciously so many of those norms are forming. Though it may be sound like it at times, I'm not a pessimist about where these norms are leading to us because they are also enabling our social change like the Arab Spring, global connectedness, new economic realities and pathways, and better government. Because of technology, we can find or create the communities and relationships that fit our version of thriving, whatever that might be. I'm internally hopeful that we can lean into the good, minimize the bad, and consciously explore the gray areas, which is exactly why I talk so much about how technology is affecting our lives, relationships, communities, and works.